Hey, what's up guys? Nick the Informative Fisherman here on behalf of Lucky Tackle Box, and today I get the pleasure to introduce you guys to the Evolution Baits GrassBurner. This is an inline buzzbait with a full body and dual treble hooks. Arguably the highest hookup ratio buzzbait ever to be invented by a man named Brad Kowalski, which is a personal friend of mine. So I'm looking forward to breaking this down to you today. So let's get started. All right, so let's pop this bad boy out of the package. I'll grab this one. And I believe you guys got chartreuse and white, which is a very versatile color. This one I happen to have in my boat right here is a bluegill pattern. I want you guys to look at this. Super stout split rings, big stout treble hooks, dual treble hooks. How many times have you had a bass blow up on your buzzbait and miss? When they swat or try to wound this here, they are getting a hook in their face somewhere. Lock down that drag, horse those fish to the boat once you get them. Now, if you look right here, what Brad and the guys from Evolution have done, they put shorter strands of skirt right here and longer strands of skirt right here. What this means is as you're reeling, if you slow down, the shorter strands of skirt are gonna wanna open up. So what it does is it gives life to the rear of your bait, which is right at the head of this treble hook, to where if you slow it down, the focal point is still going to be the dead center of the bait. Really lifelike looking characteristics right here. Real natural patterns, really nice eyes. They paint the blade. They're doing everything to create the focal point on the center of the bait. You don't need to put any trailers on this. I've got 3 or 4 grass burners that have over 100 fish a piece on them. I lost the skirt on one at about 150 fish, but do the math. I mean, these are insanely productive baits. And if you look on the back, it's white. Now, the reason why Evolution Baits does that, if for some reason you get some grass on it and it's hung up, you won't see the white, or you'll see it riding sideways. It'll let you know immediately to get your bait out of the water, fix it, and put it right back out there. You'll know if it's running right because you're gonna see that white. It's very visual at long range. You'll see it running perfect. It'll give you the confidence. It'll give you the white to where when you see that fish blow up on it, you'll be able to immediately know when he has it, aside from that rod just bowing over. Now, along with that bait, they call it the grass burner for a reason, and if you look at the prop, it spins around. It's actually wider, so it creates a water vortex wider than the profile of the bait. What that will do for your bait is it'll give it, instead of sitting in the water like this, it's gonna give it more lift. So even though you could be coming over the top of grass this close to the surface, this bait comes over it just fine. The treble hook rides back and that prop's riding right there. So you can fish this thing in extremely grassy waters. If you see grass close to the surface, you throw this out there, you will get it right over the top of that grass and they will come out and absolutely annihilate that bait. Incredible design. Now for the rigging for this bait, I like to throw it on 50 or 65 pound braid. If I'm throwing from the bank, I'm throwing 50 so I can get more long range. If I'm throwing on a boat, I want 65 because I'm not making insanely long casts. I'm making pinpoint casts, and the second that fish gets it, I need to wrench it out of heavy cover as hard and as fast as I can. 65 on the boat, 50 from the bank. If you want to fish 50 from the boat and get more long range casts, you're welcome to do that. I like a 7 to a 7.5 foot rod. Anywhere in that range is absolutely fine. What I like is a fast action, meaning bending right up in the tip and a lot of backbone. That fast action bending right up in the tip is going to allow me to pinpoint that bait exactly where I want to cast it. That faster action is going to give me more control. So I can pinpoint little shade pockets in each little area that I pull up to. I like a fast reel, 7 speed and up. I'm covering water. I want to be able to reel slow and have that reel going nice and fast for me to pick that bait up and give it perfect lift the whole time. If I see another key spot, I can reel up fast and get it out to the next area. So when it comes to casting the grass burner, of course I like to cast up to pinpoint targets. If I'm casting right along the shoreline, I'm going to throw a little roll cast up there and bring it back. But the thing I want to do is I want to mess with my retrieve a little bit. Got a little piece of grass on there. Now what I'm going to show you is a lot of the time you can reel it fast and you can get them to react. You could slow it down a lot, but what I like to do is go fast, slow, and let the fish tell me what they are going to react to. And occasionally you could reel with your rod tip down and pop, 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 and the grass burner kind of walks and throws water at the same time. What that allows you to do is cause extra noise if you're fishing in really dirty water like I am. Oh, look at that baby little yellow leaf right there. So that popping and slow reeling at the same time causes a ton of noise, which helps in dirty water. Now, if I'm pulling out, and let's say this whole area is a foot deep, and I got grass under the surface like this, well, that's a lot of water to cover. I'm not gonna cast. So what I wanna do is I wanna make a fan cast. So imagine if you're looking at my back, this is my 12 noon. So I'm gonna throw to my 9 o'clock. I'm gonna make a long cast, and I'm gonna work the bait semi-fast. All I wanna see is if I can get a reaction out there. If I get a fish to swirl or anything, then I'm gonna cast back there, slow it down, and play with my retrieval cadence again. Slow, pop, twitch it, pop it, to try to catch those fish. I'll have a better idea where they're located. I make that fast cast, I don't get anything. I'm gonna go up to my 10:30, make that fast cast, I'm gonna get it back, then I'm gonna throw to my noon, then I'm gonna throw to my 1:30, and then I'm gonna throw to my 3 o'clock again. And that's if I'm over a big, shallow, vast area. That's the only time I'm throwing an overhand cast with the GrassBurner, or if I'm coming down a shoreline. But one thing you wanna keep in mind, guys, and I see a lot of anglers do this when we're coming down a shoreline, you make a 120-foot cast, and you hook a fish 100 feet away from you, and you hoist them all the way to the boat, there could have been 2 potential big catches 30 feet and 75 feet from the boat, but instead you hook one behind them and you drug it through all that potential strike zone. Now, what I say a good strike zone is how deep you can see times 3 to 5. I can only see 10 inches into the water today, so my strike zone is potentially 5 to 10 feet away. So the longest cast I need to make, 25, 30 feet away. Now, if I made that 100-foot cast, I could potentially be blowing tons of opportunities coming down that shoreline. So when do I like to fish the GrassBurner, a buzzbait style bait like this? Low light hours are great. First thing in the morning, later in the evening, overcast days, those are those times where the pressure's lower and the bass don't have all that weight on their shoulders, and they're willing to chase down a big, faster moving meal. Now, with that being said, when the sun comes out, that doesn't mean you can't catch them. You could target shade pockets or target grass where there's grass touching the surface. There's always going to be a shady side to that grass, and if you bring this down the side of that shady side and shrink that strike zone, you're not asking the bass to come up a mile for it. He could be right in that bush, right against that shoreline, or right off the shore in that bush. You come through that shady line, you're bringing that bait right near that bass's head, and they can come out and get it. Paralleling boat docks, any sort of shade line. So keep it in mind, guys, just because the sun comes up doesn't mean a topwater bait is not gonna get bit. You don't need to go to a frog and throw it into the heaviest, nastiest cover every time. You can parallel these guys down shade lines and you will catch a heck of a lot of fish. Along with that, the key times of years, once that water temperature is around 60 degrees in the spring, they're gonna start eating buzzbait style baits like this a ton. And into the fall, all the way down to 60, 58 degrees again. Aside from that, I don't throw a lot of topwater, but in between that whole range, early spring to mid to late fall, buzzbait style baits like the Evolution Baits GrassBurner right here are highly effective. I'm Nick the Informative Fisherman, and that's the Evolution Baits GrassBurner. Remember, guys, if you like this video, make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and check out all of our other videos. This tree's gonna eat me. Thanks for watching. Ah!